Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, everyone, and welcome to This is Football. Welcome to another transfer news show, ladies and gentlemen. There is a certain football club that's part of the Big Six. Yes, they finished 12th, but they're part of the quote-unquote big clubs in the Premier League. So today, they are the topic. So we're going to be talking about Chelsea Football Club today. We're going to be talking about Paulo Dybala joining Chelsea Football Club, according to the rumours, of course. We're going to be asking, has Mason Mount disrespected Chelsea Football Club with the stuff that him and his dad have been caught saying in the Man United the dressing room? We're going to be talking about Jackson, their new striker. Will he finally get more than 8 Premier League goals that Jorginho and Havertz have been getting over these last 3 years? And we're going to be talking about the possibility of Moises Caicedo joining Chelsea Football Club and the impact that signing will have. Everyone watching us right now or on the replay, please don't forget to slap the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Every single person watching us right now, please do not forget to slap the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Big up everyone for their support. YouTube's telling me that you've been sharing the videos at record rates as well, so continue to share the videos, share them everywhere. Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, Twitter, share these videos everywhere. So the people can come and watch this unbelievable content. Big up to O there, who just sends in an empty super chat. Big up to you, O there. I appreciate the super chat, my brother. That's all the way from Sweden. Let's know where we're watching from as well. So yeah, as I said, please do like the video, please do subscribe. And today we've got a full panel. We've got 3 lovely guests coming on. First of all, let me introduce the irrelevant guy, because he's here to tell us his irrelevant opinions of Chelsea Football Club. He's a Man United fan, so we're going to be asking about Mason Mount for the 500th time this summer transfer window. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I prefer when this guy speaks on other clubs because his opinion on his own club is so emotional. So I'm so happy today that subject is Chelsea Football Club. So joining us on the channel, of course, is the icon himself. The man, the myth, the legend. Man like Staffy is in the building. How you doing, bro?
You called me an icon, so that's an upgrade on every.
If you complain about this intro, you'll never be happy.
That's not bad. That's what I'm saying. For the standards that you've been holding me at with the intros, that's actually a good one. But listen, whenever stuff is on a stream, he's never irrelevant. Just know that, bro. Just know. No, LFC, I'm not freezing for 20 seconds. I'm not doing anything. You already got Hassem. You got Mo. I don't know what's your fetish with the Arabs, but you're not getting me. But thank you for having me, bro.
Wow. He said fetish with the Arabs. That's crazy. Anyway, speaking of fetish with the Arabs, there's a new Arab guy joining us today. Debut. Lebanese. You know, we can't be having all the Arabs on the channel are North Africa. We need some people from the Middle Eastern region. So joining us on the channel today, you've probably seen him on Carefree Lewis's channel, probably seen him on Gooni's channel. Big up to Gooni as well. Here to talk Chelsea Football Club. Man like Joey has joined us on the channel. How you doing, bro?
Good, brother. How are you?
I'm good. I'm glad you're good. I see the sun is shining. Currently, it's 1:21 a.m. over here.
I live in the desert, and it's 3 p.m. here, so sun is still shining.
That's a crazy time difference. You're in the western.
Wait, where are you?
Right?
I'm in Arizona.
Oh, Arizona, because you said 3, and I was like, wow, he's 3 hours behind me.
3:30.
5 for you, Staffy, right?
It's 6.
6:30.
So 6:30.
Yeah, I'm originally from New York, but I just moved there. I moved to Arizona about 5 years ago, and I'm buying a house here in Arizona. Nice. I'm closing up on a house here on my birthday in August. So
nice, mashallah.
Congratulations. And finally, last but not least, how can we have a Chelsea stream without this guy? This guy, you know what the problem is? He's kind of like a ninja. He's just silent. Behind the scenes always. You know, his name is the surfer for a reason. You don't really know surfers like that. You know, how many of you can name a surfer? You can name no surfer. At a maximum, you can name 1 or 2. But this is the most special surfer to appear on any YouTube channel. Of course, the guy that is here to surf his way to Chelsea opinions in the summer. He is the winter surfer, but this is the summer currently. Joining us on the channel, of course, is the man who posted himself dancing when Mount left the club. Man like Andrew. How you doing, bro?
I'm very good.
The Mount conversation is going to be good then.
I didn't like your when you said part of the big six, you did the thing and put Chelsea. So that's my only complaint so far.
I allowed it. I'm not about to cook him for that.
Yeah, I didn't like
got
that.
other
That's
things
very,
we could talk
you
about.
left it. You could just left it. You did the finger thing, and that was just.
You can put that in the complaints box right here.
Oh,
Andrew,
good.
listen, I've been in that complaint box for a while now, and I'm nothing is working. So
it's like it's
okay,
just
bro.
ceremonious.
There's nothing to let him look
at it.
You don't
Like
gotta
he doesn't-
complain. Just let him waffle on. That's what he does.
Hold that, Andrew. Hold that. Anyway, comments. 150 people in here. We ain't even started yet. Slap the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Big up to O there, who sent in the super chat. Big up to you guys. Everyone right now, please do like the video. Please do subscribe. Share the video everywhere as well. Guys, we can't have 150 people in here. We ain't even on 50 likes yet. What is this behavior? Yalla, slap the like button. Subscribe right now. And let's get into it. Chelsea have been linked with another technical forward that can't score, but that's not the topic I want to start with. I want to start with a former player of theirs that I feel like we need to talk about, that we need to discuss. And I'm going to go to Staffy first before we open the floor up, because I want to hear his opinion, because it's not his club. So, before we actually let the Chelsea guys come in, I want to hear Staffy's opinion. Mason Mount moved to Man United.
A favorite topic.
Listen, I'm going to ask you from a different angle. Ya Allah, this guy.
Favorite topic.
Mason Mount joined Man United this summer. I'm sure you saw the video of him and his dad talking, Apparently, he's the kid with the dream. That's what it was written as Stamford Bridge on the banner. What do you make of that whole situation if you're looking at it as a non-Man United fan?
Oh, if I'm a non-Man United fan.
Yeah, like what would you feel,
If I was a Chelsea fan, yeah, I would be pissed. I don't think Andrew cares. Andrew, I might have asked you about this. He was like, I don't care. It's not my problem anymore. I feel like a lot of Chelsea fans don't care because they feel like it's like, I'll tell you this. Imagine you dump your ex and then she says something about you online or says something to your friends. You really don't care because you're the one who dumped her.
You'd care. You're too sensitive. You'd 100% care.
Is this about Mustafa or is this about Mason Mount and Chelsea?
It can be about Mustafa if you want. I don't mind.
Yeah, I am giving an example. I'm not giving a personal example. Don't worry about what I would do. I'm saying,
look, come on, tell him what you want.
I'm just using an analogy. A lot of people wouldn't care because they're like, whatever, I dumped you, so you can say whatever you want. People don't say nice things anyways when
that's
you
what
tend
she
to leave
you?
them. Yeah, akhi. Just let me
I'll stop.
Come on now.
So now, if I'm Andrew or if I'm just a Chelsea fan in general, I might not care if I'm hearing this because like a lot of them were very strong on wanting Mason Mount anyways. There was a lot of love lost for Mason Mount anyways. So if it was like one of those emotional, departures where no one wanted him to leave and he said that, I'd be a little bit hurt. But, the writing was on the wall from the beginning, everything. I mean, like they were already fed up with him after the video that came out where he didn't even change his hair. It looked like it was recorded from weeks ago. So I think at that point is where they actually were 100% emotionally unavailable, So just to see that video is just like a little bit, it's adding fuel to the fire, but that fire was already like dying anyway. So I don't think they cared. On my perspective as a Man United fan, though, I'm not surprised. Van Persie did that years ago when he said he listened to the boy inside of him saying, go to Man United, whatever.
I think Mount is faking it. That's my honest thing.
But it wasn't really him. It was his dad.
I'm going to be honest with you.
I don't think his dad is making it up because he said, I brought you here as a kid.
100% he is. These guys are snakes with the PR.
But you know what it is? They live in England, and let's be very honest. It's not the first time something like that happens. Whether we're winning or not, you got to understand that Man United is the biggest club in England, along with Liverpool. Before you say anything, see, I just said with Liverpool.
We got more trophies. We're bigger. Khalas, done.
Oh, khalas. So because you have like officially two.
Stream. Don't argue about this stupid shit.
This is what he does. He loves to do that. But
I watch him all the time. I know what he does. Continue.
I got the time for him today. But anyways, whether
can
you like it or
not, this as well while you're at it without insulting the guy. Big up Andy for the super chat.
Who do you all see as the top 3 next season? Can't see United being a part of it based on transfer business done so far. I agree with him. Why would I insult him? He sounds like a smart man.
Oh wow! I thought you were gonna cuss him out.
No. I don't think we finish in the top 3. I do think we finished
It's an
in the
easy
top
question to
4.
answer, to be honest.
I think we finished 4th because with our signings this season, I'm not a true believer in them.
Andy, I'm gonna be
anyways.
honest with you. The top 3 chooses itself currently. I think you
Yeah.
ask
Agree.
99% of the people, they'd probably
agree.
say City, Arsenal, Liverpool in
Yep.
no order. Those 3 are just gonna be the top.
I could pick an order.
We
But
were
go
3
ahead.
games behind Arsenal. That realistically, they had 9 more points than us. When you look at our summers,
3 games behind. This ain't the NBA stuff.
no, like 3 wins behind. Like they finished 9 points ahead of us, so they're 3 wins better than us. When you look at the whole season,
I'm
Did
on
we-
it today.
did we improve our squad to the point that we're gonna get 3 more wins and Arsenal are gonna slow down? No, because they
Probably
added
not.
decent players, and you can argue that they made the better signings because I mean they got Rice, Timber, and I mean I don't really.
Yeah, but they're
Havertz,
done
but you know what
after
I mean.
that too. Unless they make another sale, they're done after that. So we have no idea what the rest of this is going to be.
Shout out Comdian. He DM'd me, and Soa DM'd me. Oh, don't worry about it. You know I'm an
I think
asshole.
Soa's been on another channel before. I forgot
You know,
whose channel.
I'm good at this. I'm the Dana White of this shit. I got ZT and Igal to fight. Oh, I'm ready. Oh, I'm born ready for this crap. Let me tell you right now. Let me just get
Yeah, but-
Comdian and Staffy on the stream, and
These guys are gonna have to earn their stripes before they even speak to me.
big up to you, Andy, man. Big up
Bring
to
this
all
question
there
to
as well.
me. Bring this question
Yalla,
to me.
So the same question. Joey and Winter Surfer. Whoever wants to go for it, go for it.
Okay. Let me go for it, Winter Surfer. I kind of already have an idea what you're gonna say, so I might cover a lot of what you're gonna say. So, Mount has been a bozo since he made the assist after the Champions League final, in my opinion. He's just been a straight bozo. In my everything about like what he's done is just been so like most of us Chelsea fans have just seen more and more of this type of player that is just not good enough in our opinion. And I'm talking about myself and the people that I talk to. You could go anywhere you want with it, but this dude has really deserved what he got. He wanted. I think you're right, Hussam. I think he wanted to be here. I think his dad pushed the move because he has this whole PR team that's trying to push him to be.
Do you believe that video to begin with? Do you believe it?
Do I care? Is the real question.
No, but do you believe it? Before you tell me if you care, do you actually believe
Which
it?
one?
I think it's so fake.
Which one? The first one where he was all blonde trying to speak to
remember when I used to bring you here as a kid?
cards in front of him and he was reading off the
Yeah,
cards.
that one where he's
yeah,
like
no,
pretending to be a United
I don't believe a single word he said. I don't care though, because
So
he
fake.
showed us with his actions that he didn't care. The last year, maybe year and a half, he has shown us with his actions that he hasn't put enough effort towards this team. And especially at the end of last year, is when you really saw it the most. Not this recent year, the year before that. And at that point I was done with him. So I'm kind of like Lewis on how he was with Kai. I'm very much like that with Mount, and I've been like that for a very long time. And I think that he's been trying to be Lampard for too long, and he's just can't even tie his shoelaces. And that's my opinion about him. I'm so happy to see him move on. And the main reason I am happy, is because now you can't argue about him. You can't argue about him. There is nothing to argue about no more. We ain't arguing about Mason Mount no more. Our fan base doesn't have if you want to argue about Boley, go for it. I don't care. He made his mistakes. But we can't sit here and argue about how good or bad Mason Mount is anymore, because he's playing for Manchester United, and let them play pinball with Bruno and Mount together, in my opinion. That's my opinion on it.
Okay, I hear you. By the way, just quickly from Andy. Andy earlier on, he said, I asked the question because I think it's going to be City, Liverpool, and Chelsea. Ooh, you're going all out. Listen, I love the Arsenal energy, but at the same time, we need to understand Chelsea's starting point. Like, let's pump the brakes on that.
I'm going to talk about that, though. I want to talk about that as well. Because...
Okay, no problem. Get to it. I hear your thinking, Andy, because you're basically saying Chelsea got one game a week. And listen, every year we expect something, and something unexpected happens. So I hear where you're coming from, and nothing's impossible. It's possible City finish outside top 4, Arsenal, Liverpool, whoever. Everything's possible in this English Premier League. The only thing we know for a fact is Tottenham are a failed institution. That's the only thing we know for a fact. Go on, Surfer. And Surfer, I beg you, don't give me the whole I don't care stuff. Be honest.
No,
Because I know deep down you're like, fuck him.
I would say this. I think the people who deserve to be upset about this are the Mason Mount backers, right? Because what's happened is that your guy has been stringing you along. That's all it is. Do you know what I mean? He's been like, you've been propping him up. He's going to do this. Mr. Chelsea, face of Chelsea, generational talent, going to be the captain, stuff like that. And at the first sign, he's gone. So the ones who are going to be upset about this are going to be you. But I'm on the end of that.
Those Minerals fans.
Whoever. But I just want to say, we told you this. We told you this not to prop a false prophet. That's what it is. You've been done by a false prophet. You've backed a guy who hasn't earned your backing. That's the problem. And
you're
now
not fans, your stands of one person.
Exactly,
you're not fans of our
this
team.
is a problem. This is a problem with Player FC. You've got it, Hassam, in your fan base. You've got it, Staffy, in your fan base. This is a problem with Player Stands, Player FC.
For sure.
Back people who are at your club for a long time or actually really deserve it. Do you know what I mean? Back it up with stats and stuff like that and brilliant games, and you can just go, oh my God, I can't believe. If it was like, if we were talking about Frank Lampard, we're selling him in 2009-10, then I can understand. If the amount was like that level, I'd be with them going, I'm pissed like that. But it's really the guys who have been backing Mount that are the most upset, and you can tell online that they're the most upset. But they still haven't realised that this guy betrayed them. They still blame the club for everything. When this guy, if he was really committed to the club, he could have signed that 1-year extension if he wanted, because it was at 200k. It was at 200k, which is roughly what he signed for with, if I'm right, Staffy, same amount of money at Manchester United, right? Maybe just a tiny bit more. So it's like, sign it.
No, he's not a
do you believe the video, though?
Stupidest shit I've ever heard.
What, that video, if you
it's so
there's a brilliant, that brilliant part of the
it's cringe because it's Man United. Stop hating. If it was Liverpool,
I hate
no, it's not even that one. Not that one. We weren't even saying that one. It's not the Manchester United one. It's I'm going away one, right? I'm the one.
That one was cringe. I didn't like it.
That's what we're talking about.
It had no emotion. Sorry.
Okay, you know what? Let Winter go and I'll tell you why it's cringe stuff.
There's the going away video where he says you deserve to be, when he's blonde and then he turns up Man United black hair, but it's when he goes, you deserve to have more than a written statement, and then sounds like he's reading, which doesn't help.
He was reading it, yeah.
But then there's the whole thing when he arrived at Manchester United. If you notice, those fans were there that he could meet and greet and shake hands. It's like, oh, we didn't know that Mason Mount was going to be here. We didn't know. Oh, it's nice to interact and stuff like that. The whole thing. His dad's a Man United fan. Whatever. I don't care. It's just he's at a new club, right? You're going to say all the PR, every player does it. It's all fake, all the PR stuff. You're going to say like, oh, it's all, I'm glad to be here and stuff like that. I can't remember the last time anyone's gone to a new club. And
Hussam, before you go, I want to ask you a question.
Yes, ask me.
Does it make us spoiled that we don't want Mason Mount? Because the man had 1 year left on his deal. Didn't want to sign a prove it deal, and we sold him to another. Does that make us spoiled? Because realistically, if he really wanted to be here, he could have been here. Like he had the opportunity to be here. Like that. Does that make us spoiled? Let me ask you that.
Listen, it's a good question. And my thing is, like, first of all, let me tell Staffy, because he's emotionally rattled by his football club all the time. And speaking of rattled, guys, I'm going to be rattled in the comments. 250 people here. We ain't even on 100 likes yet. Slap that like button now. What is this behavior? Slap the like button now, because I will get rattled. Slap the like button. Subscribe to the channel right now. Big up to Andy and there for the super chats. Please do like. Please do subscribe. Here's the thing. First of all, I just want to tell Staffy, Actually, let me answer your question first. No, it's not spoiled at all. It's actually you guys getting 130 million for Havertz and Mount is bigger theft than Grand Theft Auto. This is bigger than GTA 5, you robbing a bank. This is worse than an online heist. For somehow you took Dumb and Dumber at your football club and sold them for 120 million. That's the equivalent of me selling Henderson and Milner for 120 million. So, you deserve an award for that. So that's number one. Number two, let me speak to the Staffy guy because he's always like so sensitive about football.
People are saying you're a Jude Bellingham
Yeah,
merchant.
one
Is that
second.
true?
Can I
Is that true?
speak? Can I speak? Can I speak? Thank you very much. It's cringy, not because it's Man United. It's cringy because it's so fake and bait. It's unbelievable how fake.
I don't
and
think
bait
his
it
dad
is.
was faking it.
You know
والله
what
I'm
it
not
reminds me
even
of? Yeah, let me tell you why it's cringy. Yeah. Let me tell you.
خلص.
Remember, every time a player signs for any of our clubs, he's like, I used to use Liverpool in PlayStation. I grew up supporting Liverpool Football Club. Mason Mount has been kissing the Chelsea badge probably after 3/4 of his goals. This guy's been pretending to be Mr. Chelsea for these last 3 years. And I'm supposed to ignore all of that and now act like he's been a United fan his whole life. His dad being a United fan, I've got no... His dad being a United fan, I've got no problem with that. Okay, no problem. I hold my hands up. But Mason Mount pretending to be that guy for Man United is the funniest shit I've seen in my
He
life.
looked very
Funny.
uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know, I think he upgraded clubs. I'm sorry, Winter Surfer. Playing for Manchester United is always gonna be bigger
I
than
mean,
playing for
you can
Chelsea.
say that, but your roof is still leaking, bruv. Like we could talk about each other's clubs all we want. You've been waiting for a new training pitch for a very long time. We could talk about this all we want.
I will
Okay,
say this.
We don't
I will
have to
say-
go that route. Continue with what you're saying.
I did-
We
As
don't have to-
Hussam
we
would,
don't have to have
as
the pissing
Hussam would
contest about
say,
clubs.
as Hussam would say, you're rattled. You're being emotional because I'm talking about your club. I wasn't even taking a diss at your club.
No, no.
If you're
I
gonna
understand.
sit here and you're gonna try to convince me that Chelsea's a bigger club than Manchester United,
Never said that.
historically, okay,
But
so
that's
why are you
not-
getting
doesn't
rattled?
mean it's
So
an upgrade.
It is an upgrade because playing for Manchester United is the biggest institution in England. It's
I
that
think-
simple.
Second
I
biggest.
FIFA, listen, we can sit here and debate Liverpool and
That's what
Manchester
you
United
consider an
anytime.
upgrade, then sure. But
It is, bro. It
when's
is.
the last time you guys won anything? And when he just won something with us not too long ago.
But see,
I don't
now
know.
that's
I
what I'm
don't know what
saying.
we were talking about
But
this
see,
though. But
the-
continue.
Because you don't want to understand it. You're taking it as a diss. I'm not.
I
taking
know
it
what
as a
you
diss.
mean.
You up.
Nuruddin said it. Nuruddin said it on Nuruddin. This Man United fan. He's on like Said's channel.
We don't
This
know
guy-
who Nuruddin is.
Nuruddin is sorry. A guy on another. I was watching a Man United channel. Said it perfectly with all the PR stuff. With him doing this, he's done the perfect. He's done the perfect and
place for him.
biggest PR club in England, probably in
Mhm.
the world. He's done the biggest PR
And
club.
he got the 7. I
And you're
mean,
right.
he got all the
Yeah.
PR that he ever could have wanted.
You're right.
So I'm not going to hate
that's
on
the
that
thing.
part of it.
No,
And I'm not
that's why
going
I
to
agree.
hate on the history of Manchester United. But
I don't-
as like an upgrade of just like where he could, like how much playing time and like what he could have done, it's about even in my opinion because he's
No, it's
already
about-
won something.
It's about his profile. I don't know if Staffy agrees, and his image rights as well. We're going to
Oh,
skyrocket.
for sure.
Is that
That's why we
Manchester
couldn't sign
United?
him in the first place because
Yeah,
we weren't
exactly.
going to give him his
So
image
that's-
rights.
I
Plain
don't know
and
if
simple.
Staffy. I apologize, Staffy, and interrupt. I don't know if you were going there with it. That was
Okay,
your
because, but
probably-
you saw what I was trying to say anyway.
Yeah. I understand. Yeah.
And
Sorry, I didn't mean to go that route with you, bro.
no, you're good, bro. You're good. I mean, like I'm used to this over here. Do you not
The
watch
level
us?
of disrespect to the great.
Do you
David
not
Beckham.
watch me on Hassam's channel? I fight
The
Hassam
level
and
of
his
disrespect
community.
to David Beckham, Sage. Sage, I'm actually gonna.
No.
tell you.
No.
That is
Beckham.
exactly
Wallah, I
what
didn't
he
even see that.
wants.
That
That's what
is
he
point.
wants.
That's
That's
spot
what
on.
Mount wants. He wants to
Spot on.
be that.
That is spot
He
on.
wants to be that image.
And
He
he
wants to
won't be
have
that.
that
And he won't
the
be that.
face, and he wants to
Oh, he
get
won't,
paid for
but
his
he
face.
wants it. He wants it.
You're
He
lucky
knows
these
what
two
he
backed you.
wants.
You're so lucky these two backed you. You'd have been timed out.
No. But what I'm saying is this: if you look at the PR thing, right? PR thing. You know,
So
it came out.
where's Victoria?
Well, I don't know. But the thing is this:
Came
with
later
all the
in life,
PR
my guy.
But with all the PR thing, right? You know who came out after this video thing and backed him?
Project
You
Mason
know who backed
WordPress.
him? You know who backed him? Didier Drogba backed him. Didier Drogba backed him.
WordPress
Who's
can hit free kicks.
who's represented by the same PR company.
I saw that. Yep.
Yeah. So it's all that. There's a thread. I think you've seen it, Sam. There's a thread of it where it's always saying that's what he wants to be. He'll never I say never, but because in this country it's all about image and stuff like PR thing. But that Project Beckham thing
that boy leaves.
was spot on.
Swear
He
to
wants
God.
to be that. He wants to be that. Or this is all about image. No matter what he does at Manchester United, if he plays decent, right, and not rubbish, then he can survive. His PR will go through the roof like you've never seen it before. Honestly,
In my opinion, Mason Mount was just getting in the way of Enzo and another midfielder thriving in the end. That's all
with
it
Man
was.
United, it goes both ways. I think if he plays like even at an okay level, it'll be propped up. But if he plays like crap, it's gonna be propped up too. That's the thing. So like,
and you know what? I won't even be upset if he plays well because at this point, like we know why he left. So like at this point, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you go and score goals for Manchester United because you didn't want to be with us because you didn't get the image rights. So see ya and go to Manchester United. And we'll make sure and Cuckoo starts banging.
And he's got the number 7. He's got the number 7 now.
He got exactly what he wanted in the end. So he got the image right. He got to be at a club that's going to make him big.
I'm just listening.
And that's it.
As soon as Andrew said he got the number 7, this guy's face changed. His face
was
because
he said it a few too. He said it a few too many times. Enough.
Disrespectful to all the players that had that number beforehand, and they've been doing that with that number for like the last 10 years, anyways. So they just keep disrespecting like a solid number of
people. The people want to hear your opinion. Go on. Why are you quiet, Akhi? Engage.
Yeah, I'm letting them talk. I just finished my take. These guys answer. What do you want me to do? Just
okay, one second. Joey and Andrew, don't speak. Go ahead, Staffy. Tfadal, the red carpet is yours. Go on. Yalla.
What do you want me to say, bro? I just spoke about that. These guys just literally went off of what I said. You didn't change the question. I already explained.
So you don't want to like elaborate on anything? They've been speaking for 5 minutes for
on what?
You want to talk?
On what though? We didn't
on
change
Mount.
Yeah, but I already said. Okay, what do you want me to talk about? The number 7, the image rights? I just said he did an upgrade, and I almost got like fought with this guy down here. He's already being emotional.
Sorry, bro. I'm from New York, just like you. I got a trigger right away. I'm gonna
listen.
Trigger.
You
like,
fit
I'm
the
just
channel
go
perfectly.
And tell you what you need to say. What to hear.
You fit the panel perfectly because you just came at me crazy when I said that. But listen, you guys said it. You said it perfectly. He got the big move. He's getting all the PR, the number 7, the image rights. He's like, let's be very honest. It's being looked at as a marquee signing. I don't think it's a marquee signing in terms of talent. But technically, like, if I would have told you, if you don't know who Mason Mount is, none of you guys know who Mason Mount is, and I just described to you guys that we signed a midfielder who's 24, plays for Chelsea, won a Champions League, he's gonna wear the number 7, and he's getting a payday, he's getting an increase basically from it. You would be like, wow, I mean, I don't know football like that, but you know what? They signed a big player. But because you guys know who I'm talking about, you don't see it as a marquee signing, but the club is treating it like it is. You know, and you'll see it tomorrow in our first preseason game. I'm pretty sure all the lights are going to be on it. You know.
Sorry, who are you playing tomorrow?
Yeah, who are you guys playing?
I think we're playing Leeds in Oslo. Sophia.
Why didn't you tell me about this,
bro? Who do you want to watch, bro? It's a bunch
Which
of kids.
time is it?
He's gonna watch Mount. What are we talking about?
Bro, the only players that I know that are going like from the senior team is Mount, Varane, Lisandro, and I think Sancho. Those are the 4.
It's today. Why didn't you tell me about this, Staffy?
It's technically tomorrow for me, but yeah, today for you. What do you want to know, bro? Are you gonna do a watch along? Hadam watch along for a bunch of kids?
First of all, don't ever say it like that. Don't ever. Don't ever word it like that. That's
watch along for.
This is YouTube, not a different.
Watch along for academy players.
Unbelievable.
No, literally, we don't even have a goalkeeper yet.
Yeah, I mean, you got Henderson. You're good. You got Henderson.
No, he's not going. Henderson's not going. Why are people saying pause? Stop saying pause.
You said you're going to do a watch along.
You said you're going to do a watch along with kids.
Yeah, that's not a possible moment. You guys are just. You're something is wrong with you guys.
We're going to move on from this topic.
That's where your mind.
So anyway, we're going to move on. So yes, Mason Mount disrespected Chelsea and his shit. Anyway,
yes. Thank you. Continue. The
Yes,
next subject,
carry
please.
on.
'Cause I just don't
300
like
people are
talking about
watching us right now. Please do not
this
forget to
bozo.
slap the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel right now. Everyone right now, please do like the video. Please do subscribe. Big up Andy. Big up to O there for the super chat. Special to you both. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're yet to do so right now. Please do like. Please do subscribe. And look, Chelsea are about to, currently looking at Dybala. There's also links to Caicedo. There's Jackson has been signed. So we're going to move on to an actual football topic that doesn't take us to jail. Andrew, your thoughts on Chelsea's transfers?
So the lack of them. So Caicedo, I think will get done when it gets done. It's just that is just the number one transfer for us. It's like if there's a list, it's Caicedo and then whoever is afterwards who hasn't done. That's the whole point. And Cuckoo came in. That was done though before. Like I know it's announced with some, but it was done ages ago. Nicholas Jackson came in. I don't know. I never watched this guy play, and I don't like watching comps because they fool you. Do you know what I mean? So I honestly I think most of this big huge percentage of Chelsea fan base never watch any of these players unless they're linked to us, like the unrecognisable ones.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like especially now with like the Turkey being linked and stuff like that. I think only people.
Yeah, but I can tell you about Turkey.
Oh yeah.
Personally.
But there's like a big chunk. Oh yeah, we done this. They've seen like a couple of under 21 games or something like that. But for me, I think this fan base will I'm gonna say if because it's still an if Caicedo gets done, there's you'll hear like a bigger because that'll be the Chelsea fan base, like the main part of their summer done. Nicholas Jackson's an unknown quantity. I don't know if we are going to buy another striker, stuff like that. I know we're linked to like Vlahovic and stuff like that. Dybala came in. Dybala's an interesting one. I wouldn't go near him because of the injury record, because even last season he missed a lot of games, but there's the £10 million or £12 million fee or whatever it is and stuff like that. That's tempting, but I just don't know whether this guy's like, he's made of breadsticks. Do you know what I mean? It's like even last season he missed like 16 to 18 games, stuff like that. And it's
Dybala, right?
Yeah, Dybala. He's just made of like Pringles.
Andrew, why are you signing another forward who can't score goals like that?
I'll tell you why that one is. I'll tell you why that link is happening, but continue.
I think it's enough. Do you know what? I think it's just for me, we're linked to nearly every Argentinian player because we've got Poch, essentially. It's like we're always linked to Martinez and stuff like that. If we want to get linked to an Argentina player, get me Emilio Martinez.
Did you really just do that? Did you make it about Argentina for some reason?
I think it is. Yeah, we always need to like. We always need to like.
Now we have been at least. We've recently been like linked to every Argentinian player recently, but that's not the reason why Dybala is getting linked right now. That's part of it.
Right.
The main reason is he wants a Roma contract. Like that's been the whole thing for it, because he has this like clause in his contract that's like 12 million. It's ridiculous. And he wants a new contract at Roma. He wants to stay in Italy. From like every single report out there, this link is really just like a ploy to use Chelsea like it's always been for like the last 10 years as a way to get someone another contract.
It's how Bayern Munich's been used in this transfer window for most Premier League players.
A lot of players. I mean, all of our big clubs, I mean, it happens. It's a ploy, Media uses it as a ploy so somebody else can get the money that they want at the place that they're at. It happens all the time, and that's what Dybala is. From pretty much every report that I've read, there's really no substance to the Dybala links other than Enzo really wanting him and Poch bringing him up in a conversation like of players that we could potentially go for. Like
if Poch wasn't in, I would have never believed this. The only reason I might believe it is because Poch.
Yep, and even then, it's like it's a cheap option, but it's an option that doesn't really fit like the timeline of the players. That everybody that like with the players that we're really getting, even though we probably do need some experience in here in the team.
You do need someone older. They can't all be kids.
I do agree with that. I 100% agree with that. I do think that like the preseason is going to be like a big like, all right, what is it that we need that experience pieces in? Like after like they're going to give Jackson and Broya like the preseason to kind of see where they're at over like which is like next week, pretty much. Like when they're in the US next week, they're going to give Jackson and Broya the runtime pretty much up top. And then they already know they have Nkunku to kind of play that striker position if needed. He's more of like a Jesus kind of player up top when he's playing striker. But he can finish. That's kind of the thing with Nkunku. He's more of like a Jesus player, but can finish up top. So he would be getting a lot of other players involved. The Caicedo deal specifically, I have zero worries about that one, and I know that's going to end up getting across the line, in my opinion.
How come you're so confident?
Because every time when anybody any other team has gotten like slightly linked to Caicedo, there's always been like a following post I've seen it from a French source and from Bayern source, the Florian Plettenberg or whatever, and Christian Falk, those two guys. Both of them said that Bayern tried to go in for Caicedo, and they both said it's done. So like they're not going to even try to go in. Like if they could have easily have tried to go in for Caicedo, but every single report says like Chelsea's the one that is going to get him. The whole thing with Caicedo is Colwill. Like that's the one thing. That's the one ball that needs to drop to figure out where he's going to go. But it's not going to be Liverpool. Just plain and simple. Like it's just not. He wants enough game time he wants to play every single week. Liverpool ain't going to be able to give him
why do
that.
you think he's pushing? It looks like he's pushing for him.
It's going to be
video with
if he goes anywhere, he's going back to Brighton. That's what's going to end up happening. Like if he goes anywhere, that's where the kid's going to end up going, because he knows he's going to get the type of playing time that he wants, and that's the whole reason why he's
a left-footed center back, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. And that's the whole reason why he wants to, like, even this is even in question, right? This is the only reason it's in question, because he wants as much game time as he can get so he can start at the Euros. That's the whole idea of it. That's the reason why he hasn't signed a contract. He wants to talk to Poch. That hasn't happened yet. Well, I guess it may have happened, but it's not been reported that it's happened yet. And realistically, like the one team that doesn't make sense for him to go to because of those situations is Liverpool. Like there's two teams that are involved, Brighton and Liverpool, and it doesn't make sense for him to go to Liverpool.
Okay, hold on, because
he's not going to start every week. That's the whole reason why he's not going to staying at Chelsea. That's the only reason.
Okay, he would start. He would definitely start.
I was going to say that, but hold on for a second, because we mentioned too many players at the same time. I still wanted to say something about Dybala, but let's finish Colwill first before we go back to Dybala.
Yeah,
I do think
questions in like a rapid a whole bundle, so I kind of just kept on going with everything.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I was
that's
just trying to make
the next kind of topic, anyways. You can just keep talking about them without like segueing anything.
Okay, so the thing about Colwill, I think he's gonna leave. That video, I mean, speaking of cringe videos, that video with Madueke, when Madueke was saying, "I'm gonna make sure to keep him." Like, if you want to talk about cringe videos, that is a cringe video. He 100% looks like he wants to leave because he didn't say contract. Yeah, but you're not gonna hold him against his will. Like,
and he's not gonna end up going. The whole thing is I just cannot see a world where if we're going for Caicedo, right? Like the whole idea of this is like, if we're going for Caicedo, we're going to leverage using Colwill in that deal. So there's, in my opinion,
I think that's what I was thinking. You guys could do that, yeah.
Route for him to go to Liverpool, in my opinion, because we're negotiating with Caicedo for this deal. Like the whole thing of this is the Colwill situation. In my opinion, if it when this Caicedo deal falls into place, you'll know exactly what Colwill is doing. Because it's all that it's connected. If you don't look at them both at the same time, then you're not looking at it right. Because Chelsea will only use, in my opinion, Colwill to get Caicedo. Like they're not going to just let him go as in a sale. Like it's not going to happen. Like it's just like the dude wants to make trades out here. Bowley wants to make trades out here. So that's his mindset with it, and he knows how valuable that one player is. You're not gonna sell him to Liverpool. You're gonna get the piece that you've been trying to get and use it as leverage to do so. That's what any smart businessman in the end would do. Like it's just not
Liverpool. Anyway, the problem with this whole Colwell thing is, listen, we already know he wants to join us. It's obvious. He's been doing
sure, that could be the case. Players always want to switch clubs.
Let me speak. He's been doing Gerrard prop, so I think that's an obvious sign whenever you do Gerrard.
Sure.
Prop. Andrew, you can eye roll till tomorrow.
Sure. Like if you want to argue with the way that Liverpool fans are,
why don't you get his mum's 2013
loving over this Colwell deal? I'm not going to argue about that.
I didn't even open my mouth.
Just strictly business, like the way that this is.
I spoke for 3 seconds, and both of them are off mute shouting. I didn't even say anything wrong.
I didn't even get to finish my point.
I'm sorry, your Starboy centre back thinks Gerrard's better than Lampard. That's my fault.
I'm sorry that your fans are so creepy. They go to his mum's 2013 tweets and bring them up. Like
big up the Liverpool fans, man.
By the way, let me add one more thing to rattle these guys. This is another proper Chelsea who wants out of the club. But let's continue.
Why. Thank you.
So let me just
squash. Can I just speak? I was in the middle of
don't understand.
Let me finish. So with Colwell, obviously they're gonna keep him at Chelsea. Even though that's not his will, we already know he wants to leave. It's so obvious. That video with Madueke, I've never seen someone indirectly say I want to leave a club more than that video. But
hey,
the truth,
you guys are body language experts.
This is I'm
like,
body language expert.
You guys are just the body language experts out here. Every Liverpool fan in the world. You guys got degrees in body language.
I took psychology classes, so I know.
Yeah, well, I did too, and I got the A star in it. Anyway, so when it comes to
you guys got the, like I said.
The problem
we got degrees.
The problem with Colwell is Chelsea want too much money. That's just the reality. That's the real world. So listen, I said this earlier on in the show I did, the Liverpool show. I said, look, sometimes I'm FSG out, but sometimes you've got to also be realistic. It's not no one's fault. Chelsea just want too much money. And actually I had Rob on, who's a Chelsea journalist. He came on the show. It was this is the second Chelsea show this entire transfer window. So we haven't really done a lot of Chelsea content. So when I got Rob on, he said that Brighton had the same problem. Brighton also think Colwell's being valued at way too much. Like they think his valuation is also
so sad. That's what we want for him.
Yeah, but anyway, listen. When I spoke to my Liverpool guy, he said the only way he could become a Liverpool player is if essentially he kicks up a fuss and does the most dramatic shit, doesn't turn up to training, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. I mean,
looks like he will too.
I don't know, dude. I don't know about all that. You guys can talk about that all you want, but the kid literally has a starting job as soon as he walks into the damn place. Because
Badiashile, he's injured.
He is hurt right now.
Yeah, but the minute he comes back,
the beginning of the season, it's his spot. Until Badiashile comes back.
I think this.
Big up my brother James.
He could easily earn the spot in 2 games and just be done, and he never lose the spot again.
I don't think you signed Badiashile last season to start an academy player over him. If I'm being very honest,
but I just
There's
think
no way. Does he become a bench player when he comes back?
It doesn't matter. It does matter. No, it doesn't, because you have a new coach, and whoever the coach decides to.
Please, let's not do that. You know, these signings were based on
Are you really
no
doing
coach.
Pochettino prop?
You got these players based on no coach.
Klopp is just sexier like that. Be real, man.
No. I'm not doing not comparing Klopp to Pochettino. I don't think that they're on the same level. Okay? I don't think they're on the same level. What I'm saying is that, like, you're not gonna just, like, if a new coach comes in and there's unknown quantities across the board, you're not gonna just say you get the job unless you're a senior player. Like, they're both young kids. They're both gonna have to earn their spot. Unless your name is Thiago Silva, majority of those guys are gonna have to earn their place in the squad. Like, that's just what it is. They're all young players for the most part. Like, like they're interchangeable. They're 2 years apart from each other. It's not even like Badiashile like 23, 24. Like, they're 2 years apart from each other.
So I think this is very simple. I don't think he is demanding like to start every game. I just think he wants minutes, and he just wants to see what Poch says. Poch says.
No, I think he rates himself.
No. But I don't think he's like start me or else. I think he's, from what I've heard and what I've listened to from whether you brought over they say they're Chelsea insiders, whatever, like someone like Alex Goldberg, something like that. The way he speaks about him and stuff like that, and he does speak to the guys. So whatever you think about him, you got to give him like that. He's not asking to demand start me or else. It's like, what minutes are you going to give me? and he's willing to fight for his place. That's what the impression that we get from him. So, and also he's got 2 years, and if we play him next season, a year extension is triggered, so it's 3 years. It's 3 years essentially we're still going for, unless, like someone says, he absolutely goes in, or after that meeting goes, yeah, I want to leave, then we will sell him.
Yeah, transfer request shit. Like
yeah, exactly.
And the other thing is,
let me just say one thing. I've been realistic about this Colwell thing from the start. Like I've always said, look, the price tag is too much. This is what they want. We can't afford it. We know this is reality. Okay, let's stop living in winter.
How much does Chelsea want for him again?
The only.
I don't even think there's been a quoted number, my man. It's just a not for sale. Like it's just been a not for sale situation.
No. The number,
like, the number
apparently, according to the reports, is 70 to 80 million. That's so they want. So they want a record transfer.
They rate him as highly as Vardiol. We didn't buy Vardiol last year because we had Colwell in the ranks.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
was the whole
that can't be
like
true.
thing.
Are you serious?
No, it's true. It's absolutely 100% true, bro.
Yeah, that's what they value on. So that's why I'm saying, look, let me just get this point across, because I feel like it's important to speak about this. Look, sometimes as football fans, we need to stop living in winter wonderland. The problem is with the Colwell thing is the price tag. Let's just cut the BS here. That much money is too much money for Colwell. That's what they rate him at, and that's what you're going to have to pay to get him out of the club. Now, as I've repeatedly said, the absolute only way he gets out of the club at a cheaper rate, and when I say cheaper does not mean 20 mil. Cheaper means 50 minimum, 55, shit like that, 60. So the only way you're going to get to that less of money if he starts becoming a problem. So the only way is
he turns into Lukaku for us.
Yeah, exactly. The oldest trick in the book.
Yeah.
A Sky interview, transfer request, kicks up a fuss, makes his PR guy put out some negative shit. That's the only way where you can get,
Just
what
Caicedo
did today with his comments. If you look at Caicedo's comments about being asked about Chelsea,
like he's already
turn him down.
It's a toned down version of what he tried to do with Arsenal last transfer window. It's a toned down version of it.
I think it's just it's very simple.
I just think they know it's like that's the place that he's going to go to, and it's just eventually going to be done, right?
Listen, it's very simple.
In the description, Staffy, you shameless bastard.
It just comes down to a conversation. It just comes down to a conversation with Poch and what he's going to do. And like you said, he's actually got the starting position if you think about it, because Badiashili's out. He's not going to. He's hardly going to play any preseason.
And not for nothing, I'm so surprised that the Ignacio to Liverpool deal hasn't been done yet. Like in my opinion, it's like a match made in heaven. Has a release clause for like 30 or 40 million. Oh, is that what it is? Yeah, because he has like a release clause for like 30 or 40 million. It's like super low, and the kid is highly rated as almost any of the other center backs in the world right now. Like as a young center back, he is, and it just like smells like a Liverpool signing. Like it just like.
So does Colwell.
I mean, hey, you're right. I'm not even going to say that you're wrong about that, but I'm just like looking at the scenario of like how it's playing out, right? Like we're the other team that it needs that wants the player, we want a player from them, right? And if there is a deal that's going to happen, that's the place that we'd probably send them.
What? Problem is Brighton think it's too much money too. That's the problem.
Right, and that's why this is. I especially say Joe says I think that's why it's separate from the Caicedo deal. And I think just the Caicedo deal is held up just the payment structure in terms of actual like that. I think. You go on about the Colwell price, but we're talking about this kid this young player isn't just rated so highly at Chelsea. He's getting props from everyone,
everywhere.
You know what I mean? It's not like it's not like how usual the club PR bullshit prop up youth players. Your favorite Curtis Jones there, Sam, and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? So it's
he's been playing pretty good.
He has been playing.
Hey, your favorite player is playing number 10 for Chelsea. Big up Gallagher. Go on.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Don't even try.
Yeah, and he's not my favorite player either.
And Cuckoo will probably take that place. Like, you spend 50 million on someone like that, like.
Let me ask you guys something then, as Chelsea
that
fans.
place.
Would you rather keep Colwell, or would you use him in a deal to get, what's it called, Caicedo?
Caicedo.
Only if he wants to leave.
It's only if. only
Because I think
if-
you need Caicedo more. As much as you guys
Right,
rate
I do
Paulo, I'm
agree
not
with
saying-
you, but I do
definitely
feel
do
like
need
you
him.
could get like an Amrabat or something along the lines of that. I know that you guys are linked with it, but someone along that lines, right? Like not necessarily him specifically. Like what do we know about what's happened? Like there's so many more dominoes that need to fall for like these transfers to happen because like what do we know about Mbappe? And is Mbappe going to make it to Real Madrid? So does that mean Tchouaméni is available? And if Tchouaméni is available, is he around the same price as Caicedo? And if Brighton are still pulling our leg, could we go for another option like that? You know, it's just it's.
But this
just,
is never going to happen, though. What this guy's saying.
Yeah,
Here's the thing.
it won't
Chelsea,
happen. That won't happen.
This is the thing. You guys need to understand. This is the problem. Let me tell you the problem that Chelsea did. This is where Chelsea messed up because you have to recognize where your club did something wrong as well. Chelsea
Sure.
messed up waiting for the Declan Rice thing because now Tony Bloom is sat back going like, wait, these guys got 105 million for Rice.
I don't think that
It
it
set
was.
the tone.
I think
Nah,
Tony
it set the
Bloom
tone
was waiting
100%.
for the Rice deal to go through, so he can make that happen.
What I'm saying is Chelsea should have moved quicker and swifter and got it done. Now I understand they had FFP problems earlier on in the summer transfer window, but my point still remains. The problem is now Arsenal bought Rice for 105 million. Tony Bloom has every right to go like, wait, you guys have sold this guy for 105 million. Caicedo is worth just as much as that, if not more. So I don't think this straight swap with no money involved is not just like Winter
It's just
Wonderland.
not equivalent to
this
what
is
their
just
what
utopia,
evaluation of
You've
the
got two
players
problems
are.
with that comment. Brighton don't value him that highly, Colwell, to begin with, and
Right.
they value Caicedo way more
Yeah.
than you value him. So
Yeah,
that's
the valuations just don't meet. But like, I see where he's going with it. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's to me, I just don't think. I think that this gets done around the 90 million mark, in my opinion, the 90 to 95 million mark. It'll probably
I
be
think
like
that's
around
possible, but that
80.
doesn't mean straight
Yeah,
swap won't work. Though.
Yeah,
Right.
no, I think it's gonna probably end up being like 85 plus 10, if you want my honest opinion about where the deal ends up landing. And we
It
probably
depends
have to
on your
pay a big
add-ons if they're
chunk
realistic or
up
not.
front too.
It's the payment
Um,
structure. It's
yeah,
always
it's
the payment structure.
And
the reason,
you know something funny is Ben Jacobs has gone on and on and on like every single stream about how payment structure is as important as how much the player costs. And you know, and and none of us pay attention. Like most of us aren't really paying attention to that. But like the way that this deal is happening, it's like we're not even putting bids in. Like nobody knows what we've actually offered for this player yet because we've been just sitting down with Brighton trying to figure out what it's going to look like.
There's also a reason why the Rice deal is. It's been 2 weeks, nearly 2 weeks since they agreed a price. It's because of the payment structure. West Ham want it done. West Ham want it done in 18 months fully, right? And Arsenal want to do it like 4 or 5 years, like they're paying
3 or 4 years,
an
or
IKEA catalog or something like that. Do you know what I mean? So that's probably the structure. Everything's the structure now. It's like Staffy's club for Anana as well. Do you know what I mean? It's probably the
that deal's done, but they gotta pay Inter the way that they need to pay.
Staffy's club
Inter
for
wants to
Mount
get paid.
when they first started.
They need to pay Inter at least.
What about
like
Mount now?
30, they need to pay Inter at least like 35 million, just about there, just so they could take the douchebag Lukaku off our hands right after they sell Onana.
Listen, they owe us money anyways. That's what I know. They still owe us
Kind of
money.
like
from
Inter
Lukaku.
actually pulled the biggest heist.
Oh, for sure.
That
They
might
be investigated for that deal, bro. They got to
you know
be
what?
investigated.
But you know what was the issue with that deal?
That
this
shit
is
is some
Inter
bogus shit.
Hold on.
Let's just tell the people what Inter did. Inter sold Lukaku to Chelsea for like almost 100 million, got him on loan a year later, and then is about to buy him for 30 million. They made the 70 million profit on an asset for like just a year.
And on a structure,
and the asset was playing for them. They only missed him for 1 year. It's like just pretend he went on loan to Chelsea for 1 year. That's basically
it's actually on loan to Chelsea, not even on loan to Inter. Anyway, before we carry on the conversation, 350 people are watching us. Big up to you guys. Thank you guys so much. We promised you entertainment throughout the summer and we're delivering. Big up to Andy. Big up to my guy there. Thank you both for the super chats. Big up to you guys. Make sure you're all liking the video, subscribing to the channel if you're ready to do so. Guys, 350 people here. Minimum 200 likes. What is this behavior? Slap the like button, yalla.
Wallahi-
Subscribe to
wallahi
the channel right
embarrassing.
now. Everyone, right now, please like the video. Please subscribe.
What is this
Big up-
Havertz conversion
Well,
rate, man? What is this? Come on.
Exactly. Why we need Erling
Average
Haaland.
conversion rate.
We need Haaland conversion rates. Slap the
Yeah,
like button.
we
guys.
get
What is
scammed for
the-
Lukaku. We scam people for Mount and Havertz. I mean, it happens to everybody. You know what I'm saying?
But don't scam us for likes. Come on. So go pay your rent. Hit
Exactly.
The likes.
Go pay the rent.
Pay the
Go
rent.
pay
Play
your
Nicole,
rent.
you freeloaders.
You're
Come on, you
here.
freeloaders.
Pay your rent.
Nicole. Freeloaders. You freeloaders.
So
Pay the-
Andrew, let me ask you a question about Caicedo.
yeah, man.
Where are you going with this whole Caicedo thing? Are you as confident as Joey?
Yeah, I'm. Like you said, there's a reason. Like we're not doing 1, 2, 3 bids. I think it's so important that they just want to get the price, get the structure done, and then it's wham bam. It's like Romano says, "Here we go." He's done a medical and he's in a shirt 4 hours later. Do you know what I mean? It's all like the day after or something like that. That's what they want to do. I'm confident it will get done, but I'm going to say if all the time because we have to say if. Do you know what I mean? You have to leave yourself an if out there. He is the number one target. Like I said, if Chelsea had a list of transfers, it's Caicedo and it's everyone else that potentially sign after that. He is the number one. Like Rice for Arsenal, he is the number one transfer. You do a picture of Chelsea's transfers. He's in the middle. He's up top. He's looking like Thanos with the glove. He's there. It needs to be done. We're not linked to anyone else at this time. We're not linked to any other defensive midfield type player. Not one whatsoever. Not even to any other midfielder. We are not linked. Like there's always like these rumors about Lavio because we got the guy from Southampton who recruited him there, but we're not
Joe
even.
Shields, yeah.
We're not even like linked with Lavio that much anymore.
I don't think that Lavia deal gets done until the
No,
end
no,
of
I
the
don't
window.
either. But we're not even. There's not even
Until
like,
the
there's
end
a
of the
whole-
window.
It's always with Lavia.
Get your
Chelsea were
dirty
in-
hands off Lavia, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
but-
I don't
but
think
with
I don't
Lavia-
even think it'll be us. I just think the deal itself of Lavia, like him leaving Southampton, won't happen until like the end of the window because
Right, but what I'm
Southampton
saying
wants
is
so much money, and someone's gonna be like desperate for a player in the end at like that one extra
Arsenal, if they
midfielder.
sell
and spend-
Partey, maybe.
Yeah,
Yep.
But what I'm saying with Lavia, it's always with
Us if
Chelsea.
we sell
Chelsea
Gallagher.
were interested, but it's like I think Caicedo needs to be done. It is desperate to be done. We just need it. He needs to be done. People are saying like trying to make him like he's a Kante region. Just don't do that. Just let him be Caicedo and by himself. I don't like comparing other players and stuff like that.
Is that?
But
Let me
he-
ask you a question, Andrew. Is there a possibility Lavia bangs more than Caicedo? Honestly,
There's every possibility.
Long term, I could see
Long
why not.
term,
Why not? He's
If that
19 years
happens,
old, and his ceiling is as high as it gets. That kid, I rate him so highly. Like his ceiling is, and any
that
team that gets him is
happens
lucky.
somehow this
Personally.
season. Like, let's assume, just for the sake of argument, Lavia joins Liverpool and like Caicedo
Yeah.
goes to Chelsea, and somehow like Lavia bangs at our football club, and it's like, oh my god, like people.
But isn't there a possibility that
I don't
My
think it fits
question to
Liverpool,
you,
if I'm being
my question
honest.
to you is:
Especially
Are you
they're
guys
both
just
bang,
giving
right?
up on Bajcetic because the kid was so good when he was healthy?
No.
Like,
We're the reason he's injured. We ran him into the ground, so we're
bro,
just.
he was
yeah,
so
he's
good
over.
for a while. Like I thought that he has a promising future.
He
He's
does,
very
but we need to take it
tenacious.
step by step. Here's the thing. Remember, we've got Europa League football. So all these kids are
Mhm.
going to get plenty of opportunities. You got 6 group stage games. You got the Carabao Cup, FA Cup. You're going to get chances. But
Yeah,
well,
start
the
again.
reason why, if you remember, Bajcetic came in, he played every game and then got injured.
did.
So we don't want
He did.
to...
Because Fabinho was trash for like half the season.
Exactly. So we don't want to
He was
repeat
run
that.
to the ground too.
But
Yeah.
there is a
He's like 30.
there is a possibility though that both bang. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
I don't
You
think
know what I mean? That's what I mean. It's
I
like
think Caicedo Enzo could be one of the best pivots in all of England, personally. Like though
Andrew
that
smiled
pivot,
whenever Enzo was mentioned because he knows how much I like wanted that guy from when he was at River Plate.
like
bro.
I just think that pivot could be so special.
Imagine
So
I did.
special.
I imagine I did videos on Enzo Fernandez last summer. You know, Liverpool. I'm just gonna say, call me, hire me. Fucking idiots.
I need
would
a
help-
scout job, is what you're saying. I need a
yeah, I
scout
would
job.
help this football club, man. Well, I'd get you a couple of good players from the Jordanian league as well. Anyway, so speaking of banging, Jackson, you need a striker to bang.
And said, speaking of banging, and I got scared. I was like, where is he going with this? That's not a good segue. bro.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, fair enough. But we're
And
talking about
said,
banging in
speaking of
football.
banging.
Well, you're the one who said watch along for kids, but we're gonna let that go. So when it comes to
yeah, no.
when it comes to this whole Winter stuff, you know what the problem is? This guy been doing YouTube 2 months. He doesn't know how to word stuff. That's the problem. Doesn't know how to word stuff. Yeah.
See,
Anyway.
they're saying pause in the comment.
Anyway, moving on. So when it comes to this whole conversation, Jackson, speaking of banging in goals, I hope now this guy is happy. You guys haven't had a striker that scores goals since Costa. And before that, it was Drogba. So you kind of had probably only 2 maybe in the modern era. The rest were like kind of iffy, some were okay.
We've had like a 15 goal score one time, and that was about as good as it got.
So with Jackson, what are you guys' expectations on him?
Yeah, I don't think you can have too many expectations, right? Like, because he's just an unknown quantity. But from what I've seen when he's played with Senegal recently, like the 3 or 4 games that he's played with Senegal recently, the link-up play is there. That's the one thing that I could look at and be like, okay, and Nkunku could eat off of someone like this. Like I could see something like that. You know what I'm saying? His hold-up play and link-up play is there. His aerial ability is the one suspect thing, according to the data, right? Like according to the data. I haven't watched enough of them, but that's the one thing that's a little bit of a suspect thing. But the kid's conversion rate, like on goal, was one of the top 5 in Europe last year. So it's a data signing in the end, right? We're totally changing the type of model of like what we're looking for based off of data in these cases more now. And like Enzo ticked every box data wise, and this kid ticks every box other than aerial ability data wise. So we could see it's more of like unknown quantity we could see, but we know what type of player, what type of coach Poch is when it comes to coaching strikers in every place that he's ever been. So hopefully he could mold this kind of player into something that he wants. But I do think that we'll be in the Vlahovic world over the next few weeks. But I think that he's an interesting player to look at stat wise, because it's like
well, thank God we don't watch football through stats, because I don't know anything about this guy.
You haven't watched him at all. So
exactly. So I haven't watched.
So how are you going to tell me anything other than what I can tell you stat wise?
Exactly. I don't have anything to tell you about him other than I'm excited to watch him, because you guys have been stinking for years now when it comes to strikers. The last good striker you had was the Diego Costa, and even he wasn't a world beater. He was good compared to the.
Oh, he was a world beater, bro. There was the first year, the year
I wouldn't go that far. He wasn't a world beater.
He was.
The year that we won the title, he had 22, 23 goals that year.
He's just upset because he manhandled Liverpool's defense every time he played him. That's the problem.
First of all, that's not an achievement. Manhandling fucking Skirtle and Lovren.
Come on, even Martial cooked at Skirtle.
Hey guys, he manhandled Skirtle and Lovren. Oh, what an achievement! That's all wanking us off.
He was an easy player to like as a Chelsea fan.
I'll tell you what it is, Andrew. I'll tell you what it is.
Easy player to hate as everybody else.
You guys have had such stinky strikers that anyone who bangs in a little bit.
Awful.
Okay, Andrew, honestly. Remember the Tammy Abraham season? What were they saying about Tammy? Be real.
Well, yeah. Oh, no. Drogba region or whatever it is, or something like that.
Exactly. So Costa wasn't a world beater.
He scored 7 goals in 4 games and then scored another
the 1 year,
goals,
I'm saying.
8 goals in 8 months.
Costa had an unreal season. In the year before, he took Atletico to the Champions League.
No. Tammy Abraham's.
But Costa was never in that conversation, though. Why are we including him in the conversation?
He had a good season, but no one sat there and ever put him as like the best
when
striker
Costa was
in the
playing
league.
football, no one was saying who's better, Costa or Suarez, Costa or Lewandowski,
100%.
Costa. No one was saying that, bro.
That's
because
no.
I tell you why.
Hazard was on the team.
He's not.
He was the main man.
No, wait, hold on, Andrew. I'm sorry, I can't let that comment go because Hazard was on the team.
What does that mean with him being a world beater?
No,
he was the main man. That's what the comparisons for players.
Yeah, but Hazard has always been a creator.
Okay,
this guy wasn't a GA merchant.
Hold
on, playing with Hazard is not a bad thing. When you play with Hazard, you're expected to score a lot more goals. So saying Hazard was the main man, Hazard was a creator.
Yeah.
So playing with Hazard, I'm not taking that as an excuse. You guys just for so many reasons
it's not
that
an excuse, bro. It's not an excuse.
Well,
I'm
you-
just saying the reason why he wasn't compared to Suarez is because the player of the year conversations were Aiden and Suarez, not because Aiden was
But
the
that's
main
not what
man.
I mean.
That's
No,
where
no,
I
no,
was
no.
trying
I'm
to
not
say.
talking about when.
That's all I
I'm
was
not
trying
talking
to
about
say.
when
I don't think
Suarez
anyone
was
is
a
talking about that. Yeah.
I'm not
No, but-
talking about that. I'm
Okay.
saying that world beater is being one of the best in the world in your positions. Let me give a quick example using my club currently. Salah's a world beater. He's one of the best wingers in Europe. Alisson's a world beater. He's one of the best goalkeepers in Europe. Robertson, because the left backs are crap, not because he's amazing, is a world beater. You know, so it at the time when Costa was bagging, he wasn't a world beater because there was Suarez, there was Lewandowski, there were other strikers across the world who were better than. I think Costa had good seasons, very good seasons, but when
That's fair.
yeah.
To call him a world beater, that may be a little bit too far.
I'm
World
not calling
beater.
him a.
So
I'm not.
far,
Call,
so far.
I'm not calling him a
So
world
far.
beater. What I say is that he's a very simple. You know what Costa is? He has got skill, but he doesn't use a lot. He's a very simple striker. He's a big man who shoots. Do you know what I mean? That's what this Chelsea team is.
Costa would have banged in the 80s. He would have banged.
He would have.
He was
even
a
the
bully, and we missed that at Chelsea. We missed a
but
bully striker up
that's
top.
How,
that's what we're missing.
That's how the team was
tried
built.
going these lightweight pussy strikers up top, and it just doesn't fit the mold of what Chelsea's always been has always had as a good striker, is a bully up top. Like we've always
back to Jackson. The bar is so low, right? I mean, the bar's not even low. It's buried underground. You would have to dig it up for the bar to be for the forward. He just, for Sam, I'm telling you right now, if he scores anywhere in all competitions, 15 goals, there'll be some Chelsea this next season. There'll be Chelsea fans wanting to build a statue outside for him. Yeah, that's how. I'm saying no, they will. They've been so. We're talking about if he scores 15, say he scores 15 league goals, right? Next season, I don't think he will, by the way. But I'm just saying, if he scores 15 league goals, he's only 4 behind Kai Havertz's entire total for the 3 and a bit years he was at Chelsea. That's how low the bar is, right?
Andrew, you know why I can relate to what you just said so much? It's the same with us in midfield. Soboslai could play at a 7 out of 10 only for 38 games, and I would be like, Soboslai is a fucking amazing midfield.
I hope you guys don't overhype the kid either, because he's a really good talent, but he needs some time too still.
Joey, we employ
the only thing. Like, he's a really, really good talent. Like,
we employ Jordan Bryan Henderson. It can never be worse than that.
To be honest, I'll tell you what's gonna happen. This guy's gonna play his first game. He's gonna do something simple, like a flick or something. But because Hussam has been deprived of that for so long, he's gonna look at it. He might get like a mini stroke. Because I told you something. If you're starving and I just give you a McChicken, you're gonna be like, "Oh my god, this is the best sandwich I've ever had."
Staffy.
But just because you haven't had anything.
That's how we had strikers, though. That's exactly how we are with strikers. As soon as the guy scores 2 or 3 goals in a row, like in a couple games in a row, we're all like arms up in the air.
It's worse. You remember João Felix's first game away to Fulham? I know he got kicked off before it. He did a turn, right? He did a turn. He did a turn past it that happens and he missed. But the fans in the away section cheered it as if he'd scored a goal itself. That's how thirsty we are for anyone who's got any talent up there to do something. That's how down bad we are.
To be honest, that's how we all are, Andrew. With like some position. I'll something when I first watched Lissandro play.
A certain position.
Wait, do you guys know that meme? It's like it's like a GIF on Instagram and stuff where this guy was eating fried chicken or something, and every time he takes a bite, he starts crying because of how good it tastes. This is how we are when we get a good player that we've been deprived of. When Maguire started getting benched and we played Varane and Lissandro, that was me, because I saw proper defending for the first time in like 4 years. And I almost forgot what it was. Like I almost teared, bro. Like I was the guy.
As soon as you see Onana pass the ball for Manchester United, you're gonna be like, I can't believe that.
Oh, that's gonna be me when Onana comes in. Yeah.
Do you know the only other loudest cheer we had before that was when Mendy had his first start and he caught the ball from a corner. They got one of the loudest cheers ever because Kepa couldn't catch a goal.
It's facts, bro. It's facts.
That's how
facts, dude.
You know, Andrew,
I scream at the TV waiting for that. So there was a guy that said someone.
in game 1. I dare Szoboszlai or McAllister get 1 assist in the first game.
Oh, it'd be the greatest assist
McAllister
ever.
is going to be brilliant for you guys personally.
Also, let me address what this guy's saying as
signing.
well. AJ, would I pay 10 million to get Pogba? I'd rather you send me a 10-cent super chat than me pay 10 million for Pogba. I'd rather pay 10 million, get my balls waxed, than get Paul Pogba.
If there's a team that could Pogba could like a team in the Premier League that could sign Pogba, it's Tottenham. Like Tottenham could use Pogba.
No,
Like,
but
that's
everyone in
one
the
team that could
comment
use
to say
Pogba.
something about this because you paused my moment, but this guy's talking
It
about
is
waxing his balls.
2023, and we're talking about this Pogba guy. This guy is fit for
You
3
hate
games
this guy.
season.
You hate
Turns
this
up
guy.
for 1 out of the 3 games. So essentially, you're paying 10 million for 1 good game of football.
Isn't this guy going to go to the Saudi league though? Surely he's going to go to the
Pogba,
Saudi.
Yeah,
please
that
go to
makes
the
the most
Saudi
sense.
league. Go
makes
to
no
the
sense.
Saudi league, make your
I
money.
love you,
chill
AJ. You know I
over
love
there.
you, but come on.
And let's not talk
So
about it. 'Cause
I
I heard
wanted to talk
I
about
heard
the
so many leaks
3.
for him.
I think Chelsea end up and like personally, like it depends on like what we get after Caicedo. Like if we get if we get another striker or goalkeeper, like personally, it really depends on what kind of goalkeeper we get to replace Mendy, because I know that that's going to happen. I just don't know who that may be, right? So in my opinion, I think I think that a Keylor Navas option would be a good option in my opinion as like a
Stopgap?
backup.
You
Or
say
you
Keylor
go with
Navas.
yeah, or Marvin, if you go just like as a option to hold until Slovenia gets some more game time. But or you go with like the bigger buy, which is like the Marvin Gili, because we're not gonna go big buy like what you did with Onana or Mike Maignan. So it's gonna be
Or
like
Costa.
that Valencia keeper or someone like as like a kind of
I'm gonna tell you what I actually think is what's gonna happen with Chelsea. I think Poch is gonna try one last time to get a tune out of Kepa. Because when Kepa first went to Chelsea, let's not forget this guy was the most expensive goalkeeper. Is he still the most expensive goalkeeper, or was there a signing after it? Who was after? Because
I'm
No,
pretty
Kepa.
sure that there's
No.
somebody.
You have it in reverse. It was Alisson who was most expensive. Then they signed Kepa.
Kepa's 72. Yeah.
Are you sure? Okay. But anyways, you know what I mean.
Kepa costs more than Alisson, Staffy. Kepa costs more than Alisson.
No. I know. That's what I'm saying. So
another
point
fail
is,
by the Chelsea board by
horrible signing.
Marina and those cats. Just
Well,
we
this
were
is
in
why
for
I feel like-
Alisson and you guys ended up getting them. That's all
but
that
you
ended up
guys,
happening.
but I think Poch is gonna try one last time to get a tune out of him because you guys did spend a lot of money.
I
It's
agree.
like basically what we did with Maguire with 3 years.
He has
because
2
we
more
spent
years on his
so
contract.
much.
So I agree with you. I think that
And he's on
gonna
high
be the
wages. You
starter.
can't get rid of him, and you can't bench him again. Mendy was a quick fix.
Yes, you
for
can.
like the season.
You
or
can
whatever.
bench him again. Why not? If you get another keeper that's a number 2 and he is
But at this point,
if he
just sell
does-
him.
I think
Then.
he'll
But that's
start
what
the
I'm saying.
season.
There's no point of keeping him. Why would you bench him again when you could just get rid of him? Yes,
Look,
I understand the wages might
we
be the
just got
hindrance
rid of a
this.
keeper, bro. We can't get rid of 2 keepers in a season.
Arsenal
my
already
guy.
have a goalkeeper.
Like,
They're
that's
not going
the
to buy a
thing.
second trash of us. You know what I mean? Arsenal already got
So
a goalkeeper.
I think that in the end it ends up being like a number 1 from some other team that comes in and tries to compete with Kepa. Like
Yeah, but the goalkeeper market is not that prosperous right now, bro. There's not enough
I
goalkeepers.
think that there's a
out there.
couple keepers you could get, bro.
When
There's a
Onana
couple
gets
keepers.
when Onana goes off
I mean,
the market,
Onana is a great buy, bro. I am very jealous of that buy. Like, there's nothing. Like, I am very, very jealous of the buy. I think he's a brilliant keeper, but I do think that there's some other keepers around that you could get. I think there's some other keepers. I think there is.
But that's what I'm saying. But name me some of these goalkeepers because
Yeah,
outside
sure.
of Costa,
So Raya is
name me
still
5,
available.
just 4 or 5.
Raya is still available. Marvez,
You
I
think
can never
Raya's
say his
Chelsea
name.
level?
As a 2 to compete against Kepa?
No. I'm talking about you getting a main goalkeeper, not a 2.
No. That's not what's going to happen. I told you that you're right that Kepa's going to start the season. I told you that you were right
missed
about
my
that.
point. My point that there's not a lot of good goalkeepers out there in the market, and you said yes, there is. So
Yes,
my
there
point
is.
is like, how many of these goalkeepers? Because I'm not going to name bench goalkeepers.
Kepa,
I'm talking about starting
keepers.
goalkeepers.
I'm naming keepers that can out Kepa, right? I'm naming keepers that
Hassan can play
Kepa's
better than
spot.
Kepa, but that doesn't mean anything. I'm talking about
That does mean
good
something.
goalkeeper. No, I'm talking about good goalkeepers right now in the market. See, I'll give you an example. See how the midfield is? There's a lot of midfielders that went this summer. Rice, Caicedo about to go, Bellingham. The market itself was saturated with good goalkeeper midfielders. I'm saying the opposite for goalkeepers. There's not a lot. So I'm talking about good goalkeepers, not someone who's better than Kepa, I'm talking about good goalkeepers in general, because you could get Navas, who's better than Kepa, but this guy has like 1 more year left in him. That's not the point.
But
I'm
in
talking
my
about a
opinion,
signing like Onana for me.
Okay,
That's what I want you to talk about.
So you're right. There isn't too many of them, but there's the level right underneath that top level that there are plenty. Okay, and that's the type of level that we're looking at. We're not looking at the top level because there's 2 of them, really. There's 2 of them that are really available. It was Onana and Mike from AC Milan, and Mike was just like AC Milan was trying to sell and they needed to sell a piece. They ended up selling their piece, so they're not going to get rid of Mike now. It's that simple, right? Like they sold Tonali. They don't need to make another sale now because they needed to pay Leao and a bunch of debt that they had, pretty much. And they're buying a couple other players like midfielders from our team and Pulisic and all the sorts of shit. So the level underneath that level is what I'm talking about of what we're looking for, because we're looking to replace Mendy, right? That's the idea of it. If you get a young quality keeper that can out Kepa, that's what we're looking for. Okay, so what I'm talking about here is just someone who could replace Kepa, not necessarily
let's ask you a question about a guy you spoke about earlier before we wrap up. AJ here is saying if Chelsea signs Cherki, that would be quality, because that's a guy you said you kind of like. I saw the links today, but I didn't think you guys would have watched him. But I'm surprised pleasantly that you watch him. So talk to me about him.
So I've been watching a lot of the French teams since we've been linked with Tchouaméni a while back, and we've been linked with Tchouaméni for about like 2 or 3 years when he was in Monaco. So I've got to see a lot of Cherki in that U18 team and the U21 team, and he was always like ahead of his age group. Like just like he has, as a 19-year-old, the amount of first team time that he's been in like the Lyon side is very, very, very special. And he's a very special 2-footed player. There's a few things about him that are worrisome. In my opinion, he doesn't have like an extreme burst of pace, but if he's playing in the insides rather than playing on the wing, that like he was being played for Lyon, it wouldn't be a problem. But the kid is just like talent wise on the ball, very special. Off the ball, he just looks a little lazy, in my opinion. And that just seems on the ball like Aiden level, off the ball Aiden level, because Aiden didn't do anything off the ball either. So it's very similar to that, except he doesn't have the pace. So like of a Aiden, especially at the age range that when Aiden was, he was lightning back then, where Cherki is an extremely technical player.
Okay. I hear where you're coming from. I can't lie. Like, I think Chelsea right now, if they're probably gonna have to rely on Jackson banging. We'll see if they get Caicedo. I think Chelsea have probably been the quietest.
They're gonna have to rotate strikers, bro. If I'm being honest, between him and Broja, I think they're gonna be the remaining two. And already Nkunku gets his goals, so you're gonna have to rely on goals from more than one source. I don't think you're in a situation where you're gonna rely on one guy to score you 20, 25 goals. You're nowhere near that situation at all.
I just think
I would agree.
If we're getting another forward, I think actually, I think Bropa goes on loan or is sold.
No way. Who's your backup?
It'd be Nicholas Jackson. It'd be Jackson.
He's talking if we got another forward.
If we got another.
Sorry, I didn't hear that. I thought you saying.
Forward, I'm saying if we got Vlahovic, which I don't think.
Okay.
If we got Vlahovic, I
was so confused.
I was like, who's starting then?
Sorry, I should have. If we get another Vlahovic, if we get a Vlahovic, there's no point having 3 central strikers for when the maximum games we can play is like 40 games because it's 38 and then plus the 2, right? There's no point really, and plus you got Nkunku there who could do it for a couple of games.
To like a Brighton or something.
That's minimum. You're saying you're gonna lose the first game of the Carabao and FA?
No. We don't. Well, if we get City again, yeah, probably. You know what I mean? It's like we got City. We got City in both.
We got
cups
City.
around.
We
You know
played
what I
City
mean?
like 5 times last year, bro,
Yeah,
and lost all of them.
yeah. We haven't beaten them since
I
we beat
can't
the
relate
Champions
to
League.
that. I can't relate to that. I wish I
No,
could.
but I'm saying that would be it. We, like I said, we're playing once a week essentially, so it's not point having Broha, Jackson, and Vlahovic. It's going to be either Broha go. I remember Broha's coming back from an. No, is it an MCL or is it an ACL?
ACL.
I can't remember what it. ACL. It's coming back from that as well.
Both of them are horrible. Yeah.
He's going to need
those are
minutes.
difficult.
Yeah,
Those are-
but he's going to need minutes, right, to build up.
And it always happens in like a preseason game too.
Is he
us.
going
Right.
on preseason?
Never in, like, a real
by the
game.
way.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's going. Yeah. Well, the thing is, Poch is not. The thing is, like Poch is even looking at Ian Matson. He's looking at everyone apart from the ones who are like training separately, like the Lukaku lot and stuff like and Cho lot, because they're not staying.
Matson
There's
is the
different
Burnley
groups.
guy, right?
Yeah, Matson. Yeah,
Matson
Ian
is the
Matson,
Burnley
yeah.
loser.
He's on
We
loan
have
at
too many
Burnley.
left backs right now.
But what I'm saying is, he's even looking at him because of the way he likes his fullbacks to play. Do you know what I mean? Stuff like that. So it'll be he's taking a lot, and that's why it's like there's going to be obviously more outgoings to some of their incomings because and he's even that's why he's looking at Andre Santos. He's looking at the Italian kid as well that did well in the under-20s.
Okay, we'll see. Listen, as I was saying, look, I think Chelsea currently have been quiet a little bit, but I think they're probably going to be the most active towards the end of the window. But we will see. We will see what happens. The transfer window is long, and we've got these great Chelsea fans. We've got Staffy to come on as well. Anytime we have this type of subject,
I think you just bring him on to verbally beat him, man. I don't know why Staffy.
You know what? You know what, Andrew? This guy can sit here and say all what he's saying, but behind scenes is different. He can't go 2 days without inviting me on a show. So. What does that say? This guy wants to show tough love, but it's okay.
Okay, let's go to the behind the scenes. Okay, look at the way. You want me to actually go behind the scenes?
Oh no! Here we go.
You want me to go behind the scenes, or should I?
What are you gonna show?
Mustafa is zift. Hi, bro. Are you free today? And then he's like, why don't you ask nicely? I'm like, Habibi ya zift, are you free at 11:15? And he's like,
he basically said, Andrew, are you free? I said, listen, I am free and everything, but go back to the message that you sent. Everything is okay about it, but you got to revise the way you said it. I was like, instead of saying zift, say Habibi. I was like, and just repeat the whole thing.
Shit, are you free at 11:15? That's what I said.
Hey, Safi, you know what happened with me today, right? I didn't fish to come on or anything, right? I just retweeted his thing, and he goes, "Oh, for F's sake, I forgot to invite you. Are you free?" With like 45 minutes.
I didn't see you on it. That's why when I joined, I was like, "What the hell is Andrew doing
Andrew is on the show in my brain. Andrew's on the show already. I've already invited Andrew, and he said yes in my brain. And then I tweeted it, and then the guy repeats it. I'm like,
then you deeped it, and you never even talked to him.
Oh my god!
And he tweeted out again.
And let me tell you, if you've never, as a content creator, we've never went.
Jackson's 22, by the way.
Content creator. Let me tell you, when usually the guys that you ask on and they usually say yes, you automatically put yes in your head, like it's automatic. I didn't even ask the guy. I asked him an hour before, and he tweeted. I'm like, oh my god, I didn't even DM him. Oh my god, because you know what it is? Andrew is like a staple of a Chelsea show. He's always there. Like any Chelsea shit, he's there. Unbelievable, Jeff. But anyway, listen. I'm sure it's going to be the staple of many Chelsea shows to come. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Another transfer show today. We've got a lot planned for tomorrow as well. Inshallah. Big up to AJ. Big up to Andy. Big up to O there for the super chats. Big up to everyone who sent in a super chat on the previous Liverpool stream as well. Make sure you're liking. Make sure you're subscribing. Make sure you're sharing the video everywhere. I hope you guys have had fun. I've had fun. It's been a lovely show. The reason we get Staffy on because we need side entertainment. He's kind of the shisha on the side. So speaking of shisha on the side, he's been promoting himself shamelessly from the start of the video, and his link is in the description. Where can people find you, Staffy? We can't even hear you. Hold that.
Did you say I was promoting myself shamelessly?
Yeah? Are you going to deny that?
Well, Habib, if you give me the promotion that I deserve. By the way, I was bigging up myself crazy today while this guy's talking to me. We can't say what I said. I was like, bro, I'm your star, bro. You got to treat me like this. You got to treat me like that. He absolutely ignores it. I sent 2 voice notes. He ignored it. He was like, okay, so are we on for 11:15? I was like, look at this dickhead.
You know who this guy is? Let me tell you who this guy is. And I'm going to say it to you honestly. Trent Alexander-Arnold is the star boy. This guy is the Bobby Clark. Like he's still coming through the academy. He's the shining
See,
guy
Andrew
in the
doesn't
academy,
agree.
but he's still in the academy. You know with Staffy, right? This guy, you know what? Let me not even respond to him because people will say I'm arrogant. Staffy, where can people find you? I'm gonna let you have this one.
Can
Go
you
on.
put the last comment, please, for LFC?
We are here for Staffy, not Don Spaces. Okay, Carty, or I know who you are. You're that guy from Botswana. Me and you are gonna talk.
You
After
know
this
what, bro?
podcast, don't DM me Hussam wins Football Wars. I'm gonna block you from the space. Go on, Staff.
Your fans are starting to show me love because they're seeing the mistreatment that you've been giving me. So they're sooner gonna turn on you.
Anti-bullying campaign. Okay, I'm gonna mute you. Joey, where can people find you? No, I'm gonna mute you. You're not gonna speak. You're gonna go to the end.
No,
Go
I
ahead.
gotta promote myself before I go.
I have some things that I'm gonna start putting together. Twitter for my YouTube that I'll start and stuff. I'm not really doing anything right now. I just like talking on Spaces and anon.
Big up to you, Joey, man. Andrew, where can people find you?
Just before that, Sam, I got one of the worst DMs. You know Ryan, Liverpool fan? He tried to big up the 2014 World Cup semi-final between Argentina and Holland. He said it wasn't that bad a game. So he's probably
You're lying.
No, I'll show you it. He said it was paraphrase. He said it was a good game, stuff like that. It was an underrated game. I nearly threw my phone out the window. But going on, follow me at the Windsurfer. I've got a pinned tweet for Casually FC, which I'm on, which is mainly a Chelsea channel. So if you like me, don't like me, but want to hate watch me, it's fine. You can go to that channel as well. More importantly, subscribe to everyone here and this channel as well. And smash the like button, you freeloaders. You know what I mean? It's free. It's free, this stuff. It's free. Smash the like button.
Andrew. Go
Smash the like button.
On the head.
Smash it. Yeah, come on. What is
like
this?
video, man.
Come on.
I'm gonna give myself an exit, even though you tried to mute me. But I was gonna say thank you for still having me on the channel, Hussein. Before you rudely muted me. But everyone, please subscribe to my channel. It's right there, Staffy_TV. And you'll see me a lot on this channel again. You'll see me next. Is it maybe Sunday? We're not sure yet, but on Sunday you'll see your favorite show.
He's booking himself.
No. I mean, we know the show, the Ahwa returns again. I think it's going to be on Sunday, so you guys will see us then.
We're gonna see if Ozzy bottles it again as well.
Ozzy might bottle it again. The corrupt
and
judge.
Ozzy are gonna have beef. Let me tell you. By the way, the Al Ahwa GC is the best GC of all time.
I want to be in it. I want to be in it.
Best
It's
GC
sad,
of all
bro.
time.
Yalla,
GC of all time.
you gonna send me the invite or what,
Habibi?
Habibi?
We'll speak about it, Joe.
Sure.
United Spurs of America. You're saying no Spurs rap, Habibi. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, I know who you are. By the way, you're that guy who goes on the terrace, right? He's the guy who goes on the terrace, huh?
Yes,
I remember you.
Jacob.
Yeah, Jacob. I remember you,
Yeah.
Jacob. I really want to work with you. Problem is, I'm so sorry. Spurs are dead. The only thing I can talk to you about is Harry Kane for about half an hour. So
You can be another Staffy. You can just bring him on.
no. Wow, that's so insulting to Jacob.
What you say about me?
That's so insulting to Jacob. Don't ever call him Staffy. That's an insult to Jacob.
Wait.
Jacob?
What's going on here? I missed it. Why am I?
Don't worry about it. Jacob, DM me on Twitter.
I gotta rewind, see what's going on.
Can I just speak to Jacob? يا أخي خلاص يا أخي اسكت يا.
Jacob is. Go ahead.
So Jacob, DM me on Twitter. I need to
Let
do
him
a
finish.
Spurs. I need to get a Spurs show. Okay. Yeah, I know who you are. You're the American guy who breaks everything down, which is what we need. Because Harry Kane wants to leave your football club. So I'm gonna need to do a video on that. Probably do one soon as well. So DM me, reach out to me. So big up to you guys. And as Winter Surfer said, disrespectfully, like the video, subscribe to the channel right now. Big up AJ, big up there, big up to Andy. We're gonna be back tomorrow, inshallah. I have no idea what I'm doing. Not no idea as in I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea what subject I'm covering. So subscribe, notification bell, and we'll see you guys tomorrow, inshallah. Peace out.
Subscribe.